Hello, kids. Welcome to this class. So thank you, Kevin, for your wishes. No, I feel a little bit better now. And still, that's what we are going to do, right? We are going to practice a little bit. We are going to be talking about the last class, so we don't miss a lot of classes. The thing is this, guys, what's going on is the following. There's no other teacher available to cover the classes. And if we don't continue, INSAFOR can suspend the level. And that means we will start to do it again. First, it's not good for you. And also, well, this extra money helps as well. But the thing is that they can suspend it. And due to the thing that they are planning to, like, at the end of the year, they are planning to have only 4 weeks of classes, right? So it can affect you. I was reading about your concerns of the 2 hours classes. I can tell you guys that you don't have to worry, okay? Don't worry about the 2 hours classes. Try to connect on time. If you are going to miss the 20 minutes of the class, the first 20 minutes of the class, that's okay. Remember, you have 80%. That's the maximum or the required time. I know that at the end of the year, like this one will be ending like on the 23rd, 22nd, probably, or something like that, is when it will be ending. So that means that probably you feel that you are not going to learn, but yeah, you do it, guys. I know you can do it. So don't feel like, no, I don't want to continue, or so. Continue, guys. Probably, I don't know if I will continue with you. Probably yes, probably not. So you know how this one changes, right? Sometimes you have teachers for 1, 2, or 3 levels. Other times probably you have had only a teacher for 1 level, right? And stuff like that. So things like that can happen. So that's something that can happen, right? And that's what I wanted to show. That's what I wanted to share with you, actually, guys. So let's begin. Let's begin today, guys, with the class. And I want to ask, how was your day, Morena? Long time no see you, lady. Morena, how was your week? What have you been doing? What did you do yesterday? What did you do the last weekend? Tell us a little bit about this.
Okay, let me see. My weekend,
Your
weekend
week, the whole week.
A whole week, okay.
Yeah, remember the last thing
week,
that I saw you, I think, was Thursday. Then you didn't come on Friday because of
Thursday?
what you mentioned.
Yeah, Thursday.
Monday we had no
Yeah.
classes. Tuesday we had classes, but you were not there.
Uh-huh.
And yesterday we hadn't classes, right? we didn't have classes.
Class
So
off.
almost 1 week.
Okay, let me
So
see.
lady,
Okay,
go ahead.
let me see. Okay, Friday I went to a dinner party with my husband because we celebrate anniversary, but Instituto Contadores Públicos, we have anniversary, dinner
Okay.
anniversary, and I share with him in a dinner. And Friday, this is Friday. It was Friday, and the night and the party, and the weekend. On Saturday only a rest afternoon. On the morning I worked, and Sunday. Let me see Sunday what I do. Sunday it was a day shopping a supermarket and a market because I need a food for all the week. And Sunday It was Sunday. Monday only worked, and Tuesday I felt a little sick because I felt a little sick, and I didn't assist a class because I feel very bad. And yesterday it was a day off, but I visited different cemetery. I don't know, is the word cemetery? I visited.
Yeah, cemetery.
Okay, I visited my the father's husband in one cemetery in Soyapango, and I visited my father in a cemetery of Santa Tecla. And I visited my mother-in-law. I visited yesterday too, and the night I visited to my mom. And today I only work, and this is my weekend. Oh, my long weekend, my long week.
Your long week. Okay, good, excellent. Thank you so much. Let's listen right now to David. David, how was yesterday? Did you do something special?
Hello, teacher. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, sir.
No, teacher. Nothing special. Just relax time and let's see, sharing time with my family, with my two daughters. I went at the afternoon with my daughters to the park. To go run over there and play basketball a little bit. Yeah.
What park did you visit?
The park what is in my neighborhood over there in Ciudad Versalles.
Ah, I see.
Yeah. So we used to go there when I have a day off, like weekends or like yesterday. Yeah, we used to go there always, and to play basketball or just to go to the to run over there around the park, or sometimes to the pool that we have over there. Yeah, and after and to the evening, I went to cook the dinner to them because my wife she is still sick, so I have to cook right now. I don't know, maybe for a couple of days more. Yeah. And that's all that I did yesterday. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Let's see. Marisela, what about you? How was your holiday yesterday?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening,
Well,
lady.
I woke up a little bit early because my neighbor had a music so loud that wake me up. And but it doesn't matter. Then I did breakfast and I cooked pancakes for my son and my husband. And then what did I did? I did my house chores and cook all over again with lunch again. And just that we saw a movie in the night and we asked for delivered burritos. So we ate burritos for dinner.
You love Mexican food, right?
Yeah,
I see.
I like it
Okay,
very much.
good. Excellent. Roxana, what about you? How was your holiday yesterday?
It was nothing special. Just we worked yesterday because the kind of work, the kind of business, so we need to open almost every day. And then the usual, eating breakfast, having the lunch. And went with my sister. She recently bought a house, so we went there to water in the grass
Mhm.
because now it's not raining anymore.
Yeah.
And then during the night we went to eat pupusas here at the Paseo al Carmen. It's a good place to eat pupusas, las veraneras.
Okay.
So now it
Well,
was so.
okay. Thank you. So, give me a second. Okay, people, let's begin today. Last class, guys, we were looking for, well, tomorrow we have a little activity. What is the little activity? We are going to have a debate. What is it going to be the debate about? Well, it will be about generations, right? So we are going to be talking about generations, guys. And, well, the question that we are going to be answering is, which generation do you think that is more prepared? Okay, we don't say better, because better is very subjective. Let's talk about preparation. Let's talk about, I don't know, in general, right? So that's what we are going to be discussing. Last class, we were reading some articles. We are going to continue today, guys, discussing about it. But before we go, let's work with some vocabulary, guys. Please help me looking for these words. So guys, please go online to find out more about these terms related to millennials at workplace, okay? Job, tenure, what is the meaning of that one? Stereotypes, boost, job hoppers. What does it mean? Try to find a little, well, try to find a definition, guys. Let's go right now, please. Let's find this vocabulary out. Okay, guys, job hoppers. What is the meaning of job hoppers? What do you think? What did you find? Samuel, did you find any definition about it?
Yes, teacher, of course. I'm sorry that I have on my camera, but
That's
this
okay.
last weekend I went to San Miguel and I forget my computer. I'm going
Okay.
to this Saturday and bring my computer again. I'm bringing my cell phone right now. So
Okay.
I find something like let me see. I take notes. Um, I have the meaning in Spanish, but it's a person like a professional person change job or employee. And for example, if you take job a new job today and just want to be here 6 months or 9 months,
Mhm.
and you want to find new job in LinkedIn or reference, so you change the new job. Is that
Okay.
this is the job hopping? Yeah.
Okay, good. Excellent. Let's see. Catherine, what did you find out?
Hey, teacher. Um, I was reading through some pages, and I think that it is a quite interesting meaning for me because I didn't hear it before. And I found a definition, so I will read it and says that a job hopper is someone who works briefly in one position after another rather than staying at any one job or organization long term. Also, most people change jobs more frequently than was the case in the past. Job hoppers do so more often. So I think it's very interesting because I think that these two last generations can be considered as job hoppers.
Do you
Many,
think,
many
what
of
about
them
you?
work.
Are you a job hopper,
This is
yes
not
or
my
no?
case. No, I'm not. But I think it's a interesting definition. I like it. I think it's
Okay.
very important for professional people.
Okay. Sarai, what about you? Do you consider that these new generations, they are marked as job hoppers? Do you think that is common that we don't really like to stay in one place? Like, for example, my dad, I remember my dad worked like for 40 years in Corte de Cuentas. But in just 10 years, I have had like 6 or 7 jobs. What do you think?
Good evening. I think that it depends a lot of things. For example, uh, they could influence this. But I think that it's like a decision, but it could be influenced by the examples that you have in your family, could be, or the education level that you have, or what are your goals in life. So for example, in my generation, I have seen someone who wants to live 40 years in one place, and another ones that they don't. So I think that it depends on what they want, or probably the area, of where they are specialized.
Okay, good, excellent. Let's see, job tenure. What is the meaning of job tenure? I don't know. Kevin, did you find something out? Let's see. Milton, did you find something out? Let me listen to David. Can you help us, please?
Yes, teacher. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Job tenure.
Mhm.
I find that just the meaning, and I didn't find not too much, but job tenure is like the position of a job. You know, it's like it's not the workplace, but I guess like in my case, like I'm laboratory technician, so that's the job tenure for me. I don't know if uh, there is something else.
Okay. What do you understand from that one?
I'm sorry?
What do you understand from that definition? What do you think that
From that,
it tries to mean? Yeah.
maybe if I'm like the opposite of job, what was the other one?
Job
Job
hopper?
hoppers. Yeah, I guess this is the opposite of job hopper.
Okay. What is your tenure in your job?
Laboratory technician, and I have 7 years working here. I think that's my tenure.
That's your tenure. Okay, good. Excellent.
Yeah.
Let me ask Morena, what about your job tenure? What is your job tenure, Morena?
My job tenure is accounting. Accounting.
Mm-hmm. How many years of experience
Because
in your same
I
job?
have a I worked for a different companies, different situation in about the content.
And in the company that you are working right now, how many years have you been working there?
Oh no, I worked only months. 7
Okay.
years months ago, I started with a company. But in another company, I worked 8 years in different position.
Okay. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Let's see, guys. Well, David said 7 years. Does anybody have more than 7 years working for the same company? Cesar, what is your job tenure? How many years of experience do you have in your job?
In my case, I 28 years working at the same career,
Place.
maybe.
Okay.
No, place.
No, not the same place.
Yes, but in the same profession, computer programmer and DBA management, database
No.
management system.
Okay. And in La Geo, for how many years have you been working there?
18 years.
18 years. Okay, that's tenure.
Yes.
So good. Excellent.
And before in Cuscatlán, yeah, I started in that place for 13 years. I don't know.
Okay. So 13 years.
Yes.
That's quite a lot, right? Let's see.
29
What about
years.
Marisela? For how long have you been working in the same company?
I have been working for 6 years.
Okay, good,
Place.
excellent.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the tenure they have, guys. When we ask for tenure, well, how many years have you been working in the same company, right? Okay, So guys, we know what are the stereotypes. I think we know what the definition of a stereotype is. Let's talk about Generation X. What stereotypes are associated to the X generation? What do you think? What can you tell me? I don't know, somebody who can tell me? Anyone?
Spoiled kids is a stereotype for the X generation.
What do you think that it
But
means? Can you
I'm X generation, Marisela.
What?
I'm X generation. So
Why is that? It's not the
do you think that
the
the
older
X
people.
generation are spoiled kids?
from
Do
we
you
are from
associate
the 60s to 80s.
The X generation is the
the
kids
ones
that
that
were
were
born
born
in
between 1970 and 1985?
1970, 1985.
Like
Oh
40
no,
years ago? No?
no,
Okay,
no.
let's see. Roxana,
I
you
was
said that
wrong.
you are X generation. What is an
Yes,
stereotype?
because I I saw
Roxana.
that Marisela, I thought I was confusing the generation, so that's
What is
what I
a
was saying.
stereotype associated to your generation, Roxana?
Maybe focus in success, professional success, maybe working a lot
Do
and
you think
trying
you work
to
a
be
lot?
success. Not really, but maybe. Maybe I'm the well, but yes, you know that you have your schedule to work, and maybe the generation after us, they just have a different schedule. My schedule starts of working start at 8 and then and ends at 8, and but I think the newest generation, maybe they have 4 hours per day working, but it's enough. Maybe they have enough money to live.
At what time do you wake up?
Nowadays I don't have to deliver. Let's say, well, I don't have to take my kids to their school. I woke up later, maybe 7 in the morning, but I used to woke up maybe 5:30 and 6 before my kids, because I don't wake up too early, because I live at the same place where I work, so I don't need too much time to be ready
Okay.
to get there. So
My next question is this. Do you remember at what time did you used to wake up when you were a child?
a student, for example, I used to
Not a
wake up.
student. Let's talk about the days that you didn't go to school. For example, you didn't have to wake up early. So I don't know, the days that you have holidays or vacations. At what time did you used to wake up on
Maybe
those
8,
days?
8, 8 in the morning, 8 a.m. maybe.
Okay.
But I don't know why I used to go well, maybe we entered at the school at 7, but I don't know why we woke up at 5 a.m. with this radio. I don't remember the name, Primo Chomo, something like that. My parents
I
played that
remember Primo Chom.
radio. So I don't know why we woke up so early in the morning, because it was a long time but I don't know. It was.
I think it was generational. Yeah, my dad, he used to do the same as well. So, okay, good, excellent. Let's see, guys. We have another definition here. Boost. What is the meaning of boost? Does anybody have the answer? what does boost mean?
I guess it's related to powerful, right?
Okay,
Yes, that I
that's it.
remember that when you boost your day, you have to drink anything.
Mhm. It's to power things up. Great, excellent. Let's see. Okay, so sexism says,
Yes.
okay. Why do you say
Yeah,
that?
mm, I think I don't
Mhm.
know. Uh, okay, one
Go ahead,
thing
say it.
and on
No
the
regret.
time. No, but I think, for example, I remember my father's or his father, my grandfathers, they only permit that the men work, and the youth are better conditioned to get for the
Mhm.
men than the woman. And then on the okay, past the time, those change are a lot of change. But I remember today, um, maybe I have some some culture related to that. But in my case, no. But maybe a little bit things. I think, oh, this is uh, this is a word for men. For example, a mechanic, and
Mhm.
then I think, but maybe I agree that the woman can be do everything. Yeah, I'm really convinced. But at my first thing is okay. Let me see. Let me do that. Yeah, I don't know how to explain.
But I get your idea.
I don't
So,
practice in full sexism work,
oh,
but a little bit thinkings. I think practicing and on my mind. Yeah, and
you know,
maybe another is I remember all my friends, my not girlfriends, and my the 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 girls that I know at the past, they only play with muñecas,
with dolls,
puppets,
uh-huh.
and the men's or the kids uh, with true sports, for example. And I remember the adults in that time punished to the girls that tried to play with us in real sport, for example.
Yeah,
And
that's
today
something that happens.
that changed.
And yeah, it has changed. But that I think that one is more like a cultural stuff. But still, it affects the different generations, right? Still, it affects the different generations. So, guys, let's go right now. We are going to watch a video. And tomorrow, people, we are going to have a little discussion, debate, right? So we will talk a little bit about that one in just a second. Just give me 1 second. There we go.
When they are passionate, there's no one better. They work hard, they work all hours of the day, work for weeks. If they're not passionate, good luck with that. There's things that individual managers can do that really don't cost any money and don't take a lot of time, in fact. One of them is constant feedback. The old model of once a year performance reviews is going away. It's happening in everyone's workplace. What's the point of that? Well, if you think about millennials, they get feedback every half hour. Somebody likes their post. They check Amazon, there's feedback there. Feedback is a constant reality of they post to a blog, they get feedback on that. It's constant. So what, I wait for a year and then you tell me how I'm doing? Why? With this work-life integration, they come to work expecting to find meaning and purpose in their work. It used to be your meaning and purpose was outside of your work, and that was with your family, with your community, all those, your volunteer activities. That's not the case anymore. People want their work to be purposeful and meaningful. What they really are looking for is challenge and recognition that they've done a good job. You can create challenge by special projects. We will staff you on a special project to do this work. If they are passionate about it, they'll work around the clock to make it happen. You can do that by...
I want you to pay attention and tell me what is true about this one, what is not true, and consider your generation as well. So this one, we are talking about millennials, but the ones that belong to the X generation, do you think that is true? Or do you like to receive feedback, for example, every moment, or you don't like it? So what is the perspective you have? Pay attention to it.
By lateral moves, just someone helping them manage their career, a mentor and coach, helping them gain skills that they feel like, I'm making progress. It's recognized that I'm making progress. I'm doing a better job. I'm making a difference. I see where there's a pathway for me and how to do that. So managers individually and the companies need to think more creatively about how do we challenge these employees and get them owning this company, feeling like they own the company. The number one thing they want, aside from salary, is coaching and mentoring. They want someone to teach them and show them the ropes and help them be even more effective. And they don't want to just do their job and not be talked to. They want to integrate. They come in, they seem entitled, that they're expecting to get broad exposure to everyone in the company and enhanced responsibility immediately. After 6 months, they're wondering when their next promotion comes, whereas they're talking to people who've worked 5, 10 years to get where they are or longer. So it rubs people the wrong way, makes them feel entitled. They also seem very eager to jump ship if they get a better offer. So turnover is an issue that employers are worried about, and because you invest time and money and training and getting someone up to speed and they leave, it's a problem. Just this general lack of respect, shall I say, for experience, it comes across from millennial employees. And it's been a real issue. My work has found that there's reasons why they're different from the Gen X or the baby boomers. There's reasons why they come in feeling that way. And it leads to some compelling evidence that you do in fact need to train them and treat them differently. And it's not enough just to say, hey, I worked my way up from the trenches. I've been at this company 25 years. You should do the same. That's not going to work. They are digital natives. They grew up with a computer at their fingertips. They learned to play on the computer and work on the computer before they learned to ride a bike. They bring in a power that diminishes the authority in some ways of the traditional boss, because they are, oh gosh, this kid knows more than I do. And that creates a different dynamic than has been the case in the past. So that's one, this digital native issue. They've also grown up in very turbulent times. Economically, the Great Recession of 2008 devastated this notion of loyalty from employers. Now, employers want loyalty from employees, but when business is tough, we all know you've got to make some tough choices. And thousands and millions of layoffs doesn't leave millennials feeling like, well, they're going to support me for the long run. And they feel like, as long as it's good for me and good for them, we have a match. But if it's not good for either of us, somebody's out the door. It totally is a shift in mentality. It's due to the erosion of respect for authority. The other issue that is very different than past generations is millennials tend to want more flexibility in their work. The lines between work and home and work life are blurred. Because we have instant access to technology, check your email. Everyone in the workforce tends to check their emails all the time, right? Before they go to bed. Well, millennials grew up with a thing in their hand. They're always checking. So they're working in what boomers would consider their family time. They're working all the time. So it's not work-life balance so much for them as work-life integration. That's a different thing. So, okay, I'm coming in at 10 o'clock today, but I worked till midnight last night at home doing stuff for you. So don't expect me to punch the clock at 8 a.m. Why? Our millennials are more educated, more highly educated than any generation in the past. Far more post-secondary education for them. It also has left them with a tremendous debt burden. The totals are staggering, $1.3 trillion, but on an individual level, if you do the math, it's $30,000 of debt per student who graduates. That's a significant headwind as they launch. So they find themselves more education, higher expectations, but actually the median income for millennials has fallen. How can you make your boss's job easier? How can you make your team's work more effective?
Okay, guys. What do you think about what we just saw? Let's listen to a millennial's opinion first. Do you think that is true? What they said? Yes? No? Let me listen to, I don't know, Jenny, can you help us?
Some things that she says are true.
For example, what are the things that you consider that are true?
Uh, because of technology, the respectful line has been lost, and we don't have the same education that generation before had. And also, I consider that some generations before, they have better opportunity, for example, to get a house, to have a land. That opportunities are not so easy today. It's more complicated to have our own house, for example.
Yeah. Okay, good. Let's see another millennial's opinion. Let me listen to Jocelyn. What do you think?
Maybe Samuel is millennial too.
Samuel, Jenny wants to listen to you. So, what do you think?
Okay, my opinion, I think that that is true in a lot of things, because for example, Jennifer, she is millennial too, and then we need to, I think that we need to work for example, if I have this job right now, we need to change another try to find new opportunities, because we need to growing up and professional, because if you stop in the same company, if you don't have new opportunities in the same company, that is not really good for you, because one day, do you want to travel, do you want to apply on different jobs in other country or here in El Salvador? That is the how do you say, is a little in trouble, in professional. If you complete your resume, you need to up different information, because the company said, oh, what are you doing this time? Just work in the same company all the time. You don't have experience. You don't have, this is the big deal. This is my opinion in this case.
Okay, good. Now let's listen to our next generation member. So I want to listen to Morena. What do you think? Is it true what they say? What about your generation? Is it similar the way that?
Well, I think the fourth generation it was different because when I have we didn't have opportunities like that generation because when I was a younger, I remember I didn't exist a computer or different technologies or
Morena, are you there?
only you see the technology with games, music, YouTube, different apps. And when I was younger, I didn't exist that thing because it's different. It was different, very different. And the millennials, we have a great opportunities with the technology, with different apps. Is my opinion. And the world is very different because the knowledge is what different a millennials or generation in my generation.
Okay, good, excellent. Let's see. What do you think about this one in general? I want to listen to Catherine. What's your opinion? Do you think that, I don't know, life is like more complicated for us, was easier for the previous generation, or vice versa? Everything is easier for us and in the past it was harder. Let me listen to
Teacher, I want
Sarai.
to participate.
Go ahead, Roxana.
No, it's just a few words because maybe she is talking about a different culture of us, because it said that millennials, of course, it's true. They want their jobs being meaningful. Maybe a huge difference from boomers that they needed to work even they didn't like it, or maybe it was unjust unfair. unfair. But it was different for Generation X. But millennials in our country decide the job, it's maybe a lucky. If you have lucky and you like your job and you enjoy your job and you feel it's meaningful, but sometimes it's not possible just for a few privileged people, that because
Exactly.
we don't have employment insurance as this first world countries, as Spain. I think that they have they pay the people unemployed, but we don't have that privilege. So I think it's total. Yes, our this millennial generation, they are more, let's say, homogeneous because the globalization. But of course, it's our country,
Yeah, of course, it's a
really
cultural
different.
and yeah, different aspects, right? For example, let's say, guys, I will tell you my experience, what I think. I had the opportunity to work in a place that I was getting good money. Actually, was getting even more from the money that I get from my two jobs right now combined. But I didn't like it. It was something that at the end I hated it. So I said, no, I cannot continue here. I know the money won't be the same, but anyways, I don't like it. So I quit. And I think that in the past, it was like a matter of family stuff and stuff like that, right? For example, if my family, everybody were like architects, you had to do it. If everybody were like, I don't know, well, for example, this is not X generation, that is, I think the greatest generation or something. My great grandmother and all the family, they were like shoemakers. So they like to make shoes. And that one was something good. They felt good about it. And until I think that my uncle was my grandfather, he became a military. So it was like a change, but they didn't like it. So it was something like this, a story like this, but this is something that happens, right? People, let's organize right now. Tomorrow we are going to have a debate. It will be, what generation do you think that it's, I don't know, think about the economical aspects, think about the cultural aspects, think about the respect. From the respect side, they say that we don't respect authority. Well, think about it. Think about economical stuff. Think about educational stuff. Think about family and spiritual things, right? Which generation do you think that can manage things in a better way? Are we millennials more prepared than the X generation, or the X generation thinks that millennials, we are spoiled kids? As Marisela said, that's a stereotype, okay? We had. So people, let's go to the groups that we have. Let me see. Remember, you will need to participate, so everybody will need to participate here. Give your own ideas. And if your team wins, you get the maximum of 10 points. If your team doesn't win, but you participated a lot, well, the maximum score, it will be 8 for you. So you have to make your team winner. Y hay una posibilidad de que quede inconcluso. Y si queda inconcluso, guys, well, nos repartimos la nota. ¿Ok? So, si los dos equipos hacen un súper buen trabajo, que no puedo decidir quién lo hizo mejor, well, 10 and 10, right? Pero si el grupo de los millennials no hablan, se quedan callados, solo uno comenta, that will cause a problem. Pero mister, you are taking my score out of the people that do not participate. Si hay alguien que no participó, pero veramente no participó, that person won't, it will be eliminated from the group, okay? So everybody will need to participate. Let's see, guys. Quiero recordarme. Vamos a hacer los grupos de los X Generation.
Teacher, could you please repeat the questions? I just got to.
Give me a second, please. Let me see. Bueno, teníamos en el pasado David, César, vamos a agregar a Morena, Roxanne. ¿Quién más iba con los X Generation, guys?
Me,
The X team.
teacher.
Okay.
Maricela.
Yep. Give me a second, Marisela. Who else, guys?
Salvador and me and Samuel.
Okay. There you go. Okay.
But teacher, who will be the other group?
The other group are the millennials. You are the X generation. So
No, but
no,
no, there was other
only two
generation.
groups. There are only
Yes,
two generations.
but I remember that I was working with Rosalba and Roxana.
So yeah, that is X generation.
But I'm millennial.
I know, but we don't have a lot of. Así que
Ah,
hoy se aumenta unos 20 años más de vida, Jenny.
okay,
25
okay,
años.
got it.
Okay, so yeah, think about that way, guys. The ones that are going to be with the X generation. So think about like your dad, your mom does it. I sent some articles you can use, guys. You can work with them. Remember, economical aspects, cultural aspects, job related, educational aspects, even religious aspects. Which generation can manage all these things in an appropriate way? Okay. In other words, which generation is more prepared, right, to deal with all these things? Don't feel like I don't want to hurt your feelings. No, remember, this is a debate. The idea is to win, okay, and practice our English. It's to debate our ideas. So don't worry about feelings here. So don't worry about it, guys. And I am concerned because of the group. I only have, I think that, bueno, en el otro grupo casi nadie ha participado. So,
We won. Yay.
yeah, you need to organize your ideas, guys. Si ven que nadie está ahí en el grupo, guys, you practice, okay? So let's go right now. Let's participate. Let's practice a little bit, guys, before we finish the class. Let's go.
desventaja,
Yes.
that
Yes.
Advantages.
millennial have maybe it's the technology or the way how our generation incorporate the technology in the way of or in the process related to work, right?
Yeah.
Although technology was created by people of generation X, the millennial generation has developed it in a better way to improve or facilitate many things and be more productive in face of real world challenge. The other thing that we were talking yesterday is the way of living of millennial. You know, the way that we live today is very interesting because we have to connect with uh, with the world at the moment. We have the opportunity to know what is happening around the world through um, technology or network. You can think many things at the same time. You know, maybe you you can be taking a class or working at the same time as some of some of us do in some occasion, right? But that's what one of the most interesting thing that I consider that is important to talk that technology, you know, but the way of working is different too because I don't know or the way of working is or the way of millennial working is totally different, right, compared to the previous generation. You know that the world has changed and people have to learn to use new way to working by in or using technology into the process.
Yeah, I agree with
Uh,
you. I guess we can say or add the additional advantage to be
Bad cat.
a millennial
mhm.
because all that you say is related that that kind of generation is more adapt to the globalization world that we have right now
Mhm.
that the other generation
Let's wait for everybody, guys. Okay, people, let's prepare for tomorrow presentation, right? It will be, we will have like 15 minutes for our little presentation, so it's not going to take a lot of time. So we will do it tomorrow, and tomorrow we will see a new grammar topic. I hope that I will be in a better condition tomorrow, guys. So that's it. Do you have any question before we finish today?
Oh, sorry, for tomorrow.
We have the debate.
A debate, free or group competing with another group.
Well, with the group that you were working with, you are going to compete versus the other group, okay?
Okay.
So that's what we will be doing.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, guys, thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Have a good night. Bye,
Thank you.
guys.
Thank
Bye,
you, teacher.
people.
Hope
Take
you
care.
get
Have a
better
good night,
soon.
teacher. Have a good
See
night.
Thank
You
you.
get better, teacher.
Thank you, guys. I will.
Bye. Good night.
Bye, guys.
Bye bye.
Bye.